Fucks up, losers. Sorry, what? What if there's some, like, new show with, like, they did the same way they did Dora? But it was just super They should do a fucking porno like that. Oh my god, I should write those. That'd actually kind of be a cool job. But I feel like it'd be a little weird. I mean, I wouldn't want to direct that. That'd be weird. Anyways, it's episode 3. Talking about a lot of good shit today. Well, not a lot of good shit, but, well, you know, define good shit. I find swears really interesting. You know, there's some swears that are best used as a base. For example, ass. You don't usually hear ass straight out as much as you would fuck. But, you know, there's asshole. You know, my brother likes to use one. It's shit ass. Ass hat. Ass basket. You don't hear that much, but it's always a good one. But with something like fuck, it's just like, oh, fuck you. You know, I guess there's motherfucker, but also, like, it's just like, fuck you, or I fucking stubbed my toe, fuck. You know what I mean? It's just super interesting, you know? Anyways, it's been a little over a week, but that's okay. Because we're still making it, you know? We're still making it. We're doing alright. And by the way, as long as I didn't fuck it up, and I think I did, you should be hearing some lo-fi, you know, just something calm and chill, you know? It's whatever, I don't know, I'm just trying it out. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up this whole thing, but, you know, if it does, the title's appropriate. It's gonna be scuffed as fuck, and that's okay. Because I don't give a shit. This thing's fucking worthless. Anyways, I was right last week or 2 weeks ago, or yeah, it's been like 2 weeks. Anyways, the resolutioners, they came, and they came hard. I can't wait to switch gyms, turning 16 the 31st, getting my license that day, I think, so. It's not even so much the people are bad at the Y, it's just the hours. Like, you're really telling me you're gonna close at 4 on a Sunday? You're gonna close at 5 on a Saturday? I get 9:30, I mean, it's not bad, I mean, it's not 24 hours, but, like, that's fine. Like, for, like, school nights and shit, but, like, 4 p.m.? Are you fucking kidding me? It's literally getting me fired up right now, because that makes me mad. Like, why would you ever close at 4? I work 1 to 5, and then it's hard for me to get a ride in the morning on Sundays, so I just can't do it. Saturdays, similar, because sometimes I work, which I fucking hate. Once I turn 16, I'm gonna work Sunday, and I'm gonna work fucking someday during the week, and just working Saturdays and Sundays is absolute bullshit, but yeah, it was, I remembered it, because I knew I needed to talk about it. It was January 8th. There was a fucking pack of, like, middle schoolers, 12, I don't even know how. Well, there was like 13 of them. I'm not even kidding. There were 13. And my gym is not big. It's not tiny, but it's not big. There was about 7 kids. Just all crowded on the bench. And it was chest day, and I was fucking pissed. And there were like 3 girls, and they just like stopped to talk to them. Because they're horny little weirdos. Well, I mean, it's not that weird, but like, really? Like, anyways, there was more too. There's been these other people that started coming. Other, like, 12-year-olds, which is fine. It's great if you're gonna fucking do shit. But if you're just gonna sit and talk. Today, I'm not even kidding. This older dude, probably mark him 50, around 50. Late 40s, early 50s. You know, this guy kind of felt bad because, I don't know, it was fucking legs whenever. And, like, he was just doing a leg press or whatever. I'm like, how many more sets he got? He got a little annoyed. But I don't give a shit if he gets annoyed. I don't care if the guy hates my guts. Don't care if I'm on number 1 on his kill. Well, I was about to say I don't care if I'm on his kill list. But I'd rather not be on his kill list. You know what I mean? That's something that's probably not great. Anyways, he was just sitting there. I'm like, yo, how many more sets you got, man? He's like, none. And walked away. I was like, okay. I was sitting there for like a minute and a half. Just not sitting there, but just kind of like fluctuating around, just seeing if he's gonna do a set, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I just walked over, and I'm like, dude, how many more sets you got? None. Walks away. Why are you sitting on a bench that you weren't using in the first place? Because there was no weight racked or anything. I was like, he's about to use it? What's going on? Is he old as shit? Is our, like, arthritis acting up? Like, but no, she was just taking a break or something. Which, don't do it on the... There's one fucking bench press at my gym, so don't sit there. Thanks. So yeah, can't wait to fucking get out of that shithole. Actually, that's not true. It's a nice place. There's just my issues with it. Too many old people. Too many little kids. That, you know, it's not even the old people in general bother me. You know, it's the way they act there. I'm not even kidding you. This one lady, like, you know, if you're weak or whatever, and you're, like, whatever, you're a girl, or you're, like, a 80 or, like, a 65-year-old woman, and you're, you know, whatever, like, doing, for example, like, overhead press machine for, like, 15 pounds. Like, whatever, man. But I'm not even kidding. One lady had 0 weight. I'm not kidding. Not even, like, 5 or 10 or 15. And she was just going like this. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What, like, I don't get it. I can't, I don't even know. You're just, it's almost like there had to be a camera somewhere. She had to be recording it. There's no way she was serious. But there are people like that. It's like, how? How are you even, how can you manage to live being that fucking retarded? Or even that useless? Like, I just hate it. I hate it. And it's gonna be this, there's gonna be the same types of people the new gym I'm going to, but at least it won't be as shitty. And that gym's 24/7, so, you know, on the weekends, you know, on that gamer. Oh my god. No, I mean, I actually haven't played video games that much, which kind of sucks, because I really like them, but, you know, it's just, I'm not really having fun. It's kind of shitty, but what else is pretty shitty is New Hampshire, the state I happen to live in. And, you know, I was thinking, like, what does Urban Dictionary have to say about it? And there, you know, New Hampshire doesn't suck. It's not bad. I bet if you're out of the 2 or maybe 3 people that see this, if you happen to just stumble upon, you don't live in New Hampshire, you probably don't know where it is. It's in New England. It's above Massachusetts, near New York, next to one of the maple syrup. Yep. So Urban Dictionary says this. I already got them pulled up, by the way. Not scuffed. Well, you never know. Something's gonna fuck up. Anyways, it says, the state I live in sucks. We have more cows than people, and you can drive the perimeter state within like 3 hours because it's small. No, that one's not funny. That one says, like, okay. Oh, this is the one I really wanted. Worst state. I fucking hate the place. Currently living in the Seabrook-Hampton area. Moved here from Cali about 4 years ago, and I'm surprised I haven't killed myself. Very, very hard to adapt, especially if you're of Hispanic American race. No question, it's the worst state for minorities to live in. Everything from residence to weather and schools. God damn, I hate this state. I swear, cold as fuck, and it's really snowing as I'm typing this. My West Coast style music is playing, and it's 10 degrees out. People ask me why I moved, I'm still searching for an answer. The sentence he used is something in Spanish. I mean, I take Spanish, and I'm okay at it, but I don't know. This next guy said, place where massholes like me go and we can afford to live in Massachusetts anymore. Or we can't afford, he says can, but can't afford to live in Massachusetts anymore. Living and housing and being poor sucks. And the sentence he used is, man, I hate New Hampshire. I wish my family could afford to live in Mass soon. His hashtags are 978, I miss you, I miss it, 603 is shit, NH sucks, everything in it, die, cunt. Okay. Mass girl for life. X15. Wow, she really likes Massachusetts. Well, this next guy is pretty upset as well. Worst fucking state ever, it's hella boring, there's nothing to do, everyone's a snob, they wouldn't know comedy if I were to slap them upside the head. Sentence, the little dialogue he uses, what, you're moving to New Hampshire? Yeah, stupid hicks. Why the fuck would you move there? Because my parents want me to suffer, ruin my social life completely? And then he did a facepalm type thing by OMG Trend Whore, 2005. Next guy said, a boring state that sucks. The only good things about living here is how you're not or run by an asshole like New York. Okay. This is the last one I'd like to end on. New Hampshire, a sad, lonely state of NASCAR devout hillbillies and hicks. Requirements for living in New Hampshire are incest, having children during the teen years, having the life goals of reaching secretary or line cook status, and having less than 5 original teeth. Common words are often used in New Hampshire. A hyuk, vittles. What's it? I don't even know what that means. Southern slang for vegetable, okay? Trailer, paw, and shotguns. Words rarely or never used include birth control, education, and anything more than 3 syllables. Please note, there are no redeeming qualities to residents of New Hampshire. Although proximity to Boston is stated as an advantage to New Hampshire, it is actually a burden upon Massachusetts, an area where the awkward New Hampshire hill folk are quietly and politely told to go back to their trailer park. Okay, so, my opinion of New Hampshire, I don't like that it's cold, and I don't know, there's not that many people. I mean, there are hicks, but that's mostly like East Kingston and, the Untouchables. Anyways, next thing we're talking about is just some divine things invented in New Hampshire. First one is the New Hampshire Hot Pocket. Now, it's not things like, like you might expect, like stuff in a Hot Pocket. No, it's taking a dump in a woman's mouth and proceeding to oral. Sentence they used is, I gave your mom a New Hampshire Hot Pocket last night. And then the guy responds, you're a tool. Very nice, Savage Baboon, from October 7th, 2008. Okay, thank you. Now we get on to New Hampshire Ape Fest, okay? When a white lady in New Hampshire gets attacked by 3 to 14 black men and is dragged into the hills for 48 hours of non-stop ass eating. And here's a little dialogue they provided. Lad 1, so where did Rebecca go last night? Lad 2, didn't you hear the monkey men got her ass back on Laconia? What did they do to her? They had a New Hampshire Ape Fest. No. Very, very cool. Fit Herertian. Oh, 2018. Okay, I see you. Fit the Herertian. And now, finally, one of my personal favorites, the New Hampshire Picasso. Originated and mastered by John Estes, this delicious sex maneuver originates from New Hampshire and is similar in nature to the Cleveland Steamer and Captain Sanchez, only cooler. When butt ramming a girl, you're at the point of nutting and you judo chop her in the back of the neck, causing a short but potent blackout, and at this point you drop a fat, nasty deuce all over her back, legs, and butt. Then, with your sweet goatee, you proceed to paint feces all over her body using quick and long strokes, similar to Pablo Picasso's early work. Very artistic, very cool. And the sentence they gave is, me and Steve went to New Hampshire Picasso party last night. And I say Picasso because the A is capitalized, like asso. Very clever. Me and Steve went to New Hampshire Picasso party last weekend, and we noticed Jose lying on the kitchen floor, unresponsive and smelling like Indian food, but we didn't think much of it. Okay, very cool, Pat Sways. So that's New Hampshire for you. New Hampshire Picasso. Very cool. Very cool. I love my state. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Anyways, it's the end of second quarter. We got midterms rolling around. The end of quarter. Like, all the end of quarter work combined with midterms, it's the worst time of the year. But, I don't really care. It's not like I do my schoolwork, I get good grades, but it's like, really, I'm just worrying about it is not worth it. Just do your work and try your best, fucking pop a cap. But, it's really annoying, because one of my history made us do this project, because we didn't really learn anything this year, so far, per se. We each individually learned stuff, but not as a collective group, so it's hard to, test and stuff on that. And, all the other midterms are just fucking bullshit. I don't even know why we have them. Like, they know we're gonna forget it. The teachers honestly know we're gonna forget what we learn by this. That's why in finals in my school, they don't have us, most of them aren't what we did first and second quarters, just third and fourth, because we know we already forgot that shit. School in general just pretty much sucks. It's just not a... But, at the same time, like, You know, I see this, like, copy pasta on Instagram, like, it was, like, having school at, like, 9 o'clock with, like the Drake meme or whatever in that format. And it's like, nah. And then it's like, the second thing is them being like, having school at like an ungodly hour and like all that bullshit. I mean, like, they kind of have a point, but at the same time, like, really, you're gonna complain? Like, who fucking cares? Like, it's not gonna change anything. And like, it's at that hour for like sports. Like, I don't play any sports, but like, I totally get it. Like, what, you expect them to fucking play in the dark and shit? Like, it's just retarded. It's honestly retarded. Doesn't make any sense to me. But that's okay. I feel like people just complain to complain. Or because they're total retards and just don't want to do the work. It's whatever, though. I totally get it. The work fucking sucks and it's boring and it's pretty useless overall. But that's okay. I'm not saying school's useless, but it's, in my opinion, it's not starting to get useless, just starting to get less useful, if that makes sense. You know, stuff like, you know, like simple algebra, you know, it makes sense, you know, basically just using X to fill in stuff, like, oh shit, like, I have fucking 12 of this, I need 17, well, that's really simple, actually, never mind. So I guess there really isn't that much of a need for it, but anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I personally really hate school, but I still do my work, and I still get good grades, and I don't know, maybe I'm just good at it. But I don't really get it. There's a lot of shit that just seems like it's useless. And there's a lot of time in the day where I was like, I wish I just did all my work and then I could go home literally 3 hours earlier. There's so much time wasted in the day. Honestly, I would be fine with having 2-minute passing time, and if people are far, they can, you know, or like, yeah, they just sprint, whatever. I don't care. You know how much more time I would save? About, what, 21 minutes? Actually, a little more. I'd almost save half an hour, since the way my school works, there's like 3 lunches, so there's a couple passing times. It's about like, what would that be? Like 26, 28, 30 minutes, somewhere around there. Well, that math doesn't even add up. Well, no, it does. 3 times 8, 9. 27 minutes, about 27 minutes, which, you know, get out in 2 instead of 2:30. Yeah, it makes sense. Combined with, what if you did shorter classes, right? And you just didn't waste time? Who knows? You cut off classes by 10 minutes each. That adds up to a lot of time. But what do I know? I'm just a fucking genius. Call me fucking Jimmy Neutron, because I'm a fucking genius. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Wait, I'm still on. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the coolest shit ever. Oh my god. On Urban Dictionary, you can get mugs for people? Oh my god, that's so amazing. Get a New Hampshire Ape Fest mug for your guy, Paul. Wow. I didn't know that was a thing, but that's actually really awesome. What to talk about? There's so much stuff going on. Something great to talk about. There's a meme that I don't know how I can word this right without sounding kind of crazy. There's a meme, right? Small meme. It's kind of a small community type thing of a page I follow, and it's they predicted that the Queen of England was going to die on January 5th. And she didn't. But, like, I don't know how I feel about it. Because, like, it'd be really... It wouldn't be funny that she died. That'd be horrible. But if the meme page was right and she did die on January 5th, all the memes that would come from that, it might just make up. And you know that England still would miss out on that account, because don't they have memes banned or some shit? Memes are glorious. Memes really are. I don't understand. Let me look that up. Scuffed as fuck. Meme. Article 13 Article 11 and 13 of the EU's new copyright directive have stoked fears that memes will effectively be banned in platforms that need to pay publishers when people link to their websites, and Google is strongly against it. Very cool, Europe. Very cool. I hope they do, honestly, and then America can be like, we're not the best. She did a paper on that on history. I was like, the question that I formulated was, do we put it, as Americans, do we put America on a pedestal? Do we think it's better than it really is? Because personally, I fucking love America. This fucking place is awesome. And what I found is mostly just people fucking hating on America is honestly kind of fucked up. This place is fucking awesome. If I was like bigger or whatever and had more people be like, you're just saying that because you're a white male. No, this place is fucking sweet. I love America. It's awesome. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Canada? Okay. Europe? Where's my memes? Anywhere else? Not America. It's just simple as that. Oh, why don't you want to live anywhere else? It's not America. That's not a good reason. It's not America. But what are you talking? It's not America. No, but USA. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. I just love this place. This place is awesome. Well, that's not true. I'm not never leaving it. But I'm never moving anywhere else. No way. No way. Unless, we, divide and it's, a second civil war and, or there's a war. I'd probably leave until it's over, but other than that, which I don't think would happen. We're too fucking amazing for that to happen. Anyways, I'm actually planning on writing, a script for, a movie or, not a play, because, I don't want some fucking shitty high schoolers fucking doing out my fucking amazing script. But maybe something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's going to be about yet. And I don't want to censor myself at all. I'm wondering, should it be more like super... by the way, can you guys see that shit? Boom. My fucking Dragon Ball poster. Shit is fucking amazing. Also got some new posters for Christmas. Got a Frank Ocean one right there. The graduation bear right there. Holy fuck, this is really retarded. Quinn XCII right there. And then we got a new Logic one, which, I don't know if I even like. Well, that's not true. I listen to Logic pretty regularly, but it's not really his new stuff. But he did leak something. Not leak, but, he previewed something today on his Instagram, and I did like it. I did think it was good. He just sounds like, I think my favorite type of Logic sound is the one where just, you can kind of hear he doesn't really give a fuck. I just love that. I love that so much. I mean, obviously you gotta give, a couple fucks, maybe, 1, 2, maybe 3 fucks, but not tens and tens and tens and hundreds and thousands and millions of fucks. It's just not entertaining. But anyways, back to what I was talking about, the shit I'm writing. Am I writing it? No. Am I gonna write it? Es posible, no sé. It's possible. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's for all you fucking French losers. If you take French and you're watching this, or you know French instead of Spanish, fuck you. I hate you. I hate you. This is a personal attack. I fucking hate your guts. Anyways, yeah, so I'm not sure. I definitely want to, what I'm writing, I definitely want to have, a comedic type thing. But what else do I want, Do I want it to have, like a type of superhero? Is it, what's the plot? And I'm not really asking you, because I don't really care about your opinion. I'm just talking about it because I don't know what to talk about. Pretty much it. No. But in actuality, I honestly am planning on it. But I'm not quite, it's very hard, because there's a lot of things, when you think about, that when you're, just watching a movie, you don't really think about. Take something relatively simple. I'm thinking of something on Earth. Take any futuristic movie, really. It's still Earth, There's things the same, cities, etc. Not something like Star Wars where everything is fictional, everything is made up. The groundwork is just tons and tons of work, let alone the actual plotline. Take a futuristic movie I can't even think of one. Anyways, take Hunger Games, for example. The amount of groundwork that actually had to, like, be planned out with all the districts, how the actual games work, how, you know, the dynamic between blah 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 and blah blah blah, you know what I mean? There's so many different elements that aren't even directly and tightly related to the actual plot that it's so much work if you think about it. And I'm not saying it's, like, bad, I'm just saying that, like, you're basically creating your own fictional universe, which is not easy to do if you want to try and do it right. Now, if you just want to throw characters in Thirst as we know it, that's much simpler, but, you know, think about all the best movies, all the best franchises. They don't really do that. I'm thinking of things like, you know, like Star Wars, or like, what's this really popular, like, you know, any, like, spy movies, or, like, certain agency movies. They have to think about all the agencies. However, like, on Earth, like, all the cities are the same and stuff like that, like Mission Impossible stuff like that, or like James Bond, or I don't even know, I don't even watch those movies, but I'm just using those as an example. You know, it's all on Earth, so they don't have to make that up. You know, they kind of have the agency already partially laid out, but, you know, all the characters in it, let alone the relationships in it, let alone the relationships with the actual, you know, setting, the time, the place. The time is super important too. And it's just, it's kind of overwhelming because I have no idea what I even want. You know, I mean, what I want to make it. I have a couple ideas, but I don't know which one would work best. And I'm worried that if I'm not super in love with the idea, I'll just stop halfway through, and that seems absolutely useless and a big waste of time. We're gonna try and get this, you know, a little above 30 minutes, so. No, I'm just kidding. But what I have so far, is I'm thinking of maybe something to do with superheroes, because after watching stuff like Naruto, which I watched that, shit's fucking amazing. I totally recommend it. Okay, hold on. Before I talk about that, to clarify, when I talk about, like, oh, I watch anime, man, they're like, what? You watch anime? You fucking loser? I'm like, yeah, damn straight I'm a fucking loser. But anyways, I feel like most people, or, like, not most, but I feel like a lot of people think anime, and they think hentai, or, like, eki, is the same thing. Nope, they're not. Anime are just stories, not, you know, just basically just stories, just in that animation style, in that Japanese animation style. Hentai is that animation style, those characters fucking. Then that's just not the same. It's basically comparing fucking porn to movies. That's not the same thing at all. I mean, I guess you could, you know, like, some fucking smart ass fake, you know, porn and movies. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. You know what I'm talking about. And anyways, back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? You know, define talking. Is it words? Is it words spoken through the mouth? Because a character on a page could be talking, but there's no words coming out of his mouth per se. I mean, in the story, sure, but, you know? And someone says, oh, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Someone says, oh, you said this. And then you go, oh, that's not what I'm talking about. But in reality, shouldn't it be, that's what I talked? That's not what I was talking about. Not what I am talking about. Because before, you're talking about that situation. But in the present, you're talking about not talking about what you said in the past. Mind blown? Probably not. That was probably really, really, really retarded. You know, but that's okay. Because that's what we're all about here. We're all about diversity and being retarded. Pretty much being retarded. That's pretty much what I'm here for. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. You know, take something like Naruto, which each person, that's what I was talking about. Thank you. I'm the fucking genius. I'm a genius. Anyways, take something like Naruto. You know, all these people have they have these powers, right, that are just kind of natural to them, which isn't, you know, the main point what I'm making. But, you know, you take, right, you have something like that. Well, you take something like Marvel, where, you know, the abilities are flight, or the abilities are super strength, or, you know, fucking Spidey, you know, stuff like that. Well, in anime, it's more specific things. You know, things like you can see, like, for example, this character named Sasuke, he has this thing called the Sharingan, which basically are these special eyes. Anyways, it's much more unique, I feel, as rather than, you know, oh, super strength, you're strong, or you can fly, or you can go through walls, you know, shit like that. Very simple, I feel like that was more, what if you can do that? What if you could do this? And that's how that started. But this is more, here's a basis, and let's build up. Which, you know, now that I'm saying it, I can't really articulate what I'm trying to say, but you might know what I'm talking about. You know, take someone like Naruto. He has a special beast locked up inside him, and it gives him extra powers, and he can form into that beast. That's much more specific than that's much more, in my opinion, unique than getting bitten by a radioactive spider. I mean, I love Spider-Man. I have a fucking poster right over there. You can't see it. I don't even know how to point to it. There. No, there. Yeah, you can't see it. Anyways, I love Spider-Man, but, like, it's just much more unique. And I feel like if I was going to go down the route of creating something, you know, about superheroes, I would need to take that route rather than stuff that's already been done. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be able to do it as good as them, obviously. But if you give something unique, then, you know, I think the reaction will be better. You know, my philosophy is always try and be different and fail, and then you can try it again and again and again until you are the fucking best, rather than doing what everyone else is doing and competing with them, rather than picking something that you know is challenging and competing with yourself until you get it, and then you just fucking crush the little losers at the bottom. That's just my philosophy, but that's okay. Anyways, so things we talked about today was, you know, cucks at the gym, New Hampshire, and a little about what I'm planning to do, writing that. Let me know if I should write that. And, you know, that was at the end, so please, you know, comment what I should do, because then I know you guys stuck for the end. But, you know, make my little heart happy, because I know I'm not doing a shitty job. Because I know I am. This is a piece of garbage. I could make a more entertaining video just doing, like, shitting ASMR. Hold on. I really hope that's not a thing. Okay, I should have known it was a thing. Pissing and shitting sounds ASMR. Anyways, oh my god, ASMR. Dude, there's a whole channel, man. Come on. It's a thing, dude. Oh my god. Dude, I found an account on Instagram, and it was like unfooding. It was just there's just people with their shits in their hand. I know I should talk about that. I need to create like a note on my phone about all this shit I want to talk about, because there's so much shit that I want to talk about, and I just don't get the chance to. Actually, on my phone, it's only been 30 minutes. I actually do have a note. That's okay, you know, this is Scuffed, right? What's going on right now is Scuffed, and that's okay. That's okay. As long as I keep talking, we're all good. We're chilling right now. As long as I can fucking find it, but chances are I can't. But that's okay. Because, you know, define Scuffed, really, because it's kind of a made-up word, so with made-up words, can you kind of change the way the word works? Not really, but this is something I do want to talk about. Because, in my opinion, the way, like, words can change and phrases can change is kind of amazing. Like, the word, I bet you guys didn't know this, there's a term called spitting image. That phrase is actually spit and image of your father or whatever. But, you know, society, I mean, I think it's called, like, the Mandela effect. Everyone thought it was spitting image, so now it's acceptable to actually say spitting image. And it's actually wrong on Google if you say spit and image, which I found super interesting. You know, which, you know, it kind of makes sense in, like, you know, all these political movements. If you really drill at something, and you really drill at a definition, you want to change something, you literally can do it, and I think that's great proof. Okay, and I did find some stuff on my phone that I want to talk about. Like, there's someone at the gym, right? And I think it was a girl. And she was like, "Oh, how many more sets do you have?" She was British. I'm like, "Oh, I'm done." She's like, "Oh my God, thank you." I literally felt like I was getting thanked by the Queen of England. You know, which is great, because when that Queen of England does die, she didn't on January 5th, you know, good for her. I'll just be reminded of her. I mean, I don't live in England. I really don't care about her. She's kind of an eyesore. Really old. Just a bag of bones, really, at this point. What does she even do? Nothing. No, she probably does something. But I don't know what she does. Probably because I don't live in England and don't care, and America's amazing. Made that sit, my bitch. Anyways, you know, something that the last thing I want to talk about, unless I think of something else, is when I am not quite there, I should put it, I find the ceiling fan, I really shouldn't have fucked that up. Anyways, I find the ceiling fan the greatest thing ever. You know, there was not the greatest smell in my brother's room. So naturally, I grabbed some deodorant and I just wiped it on his walls and his ceiling, hoping it would circulate around the room. It actually did kind of work. There was another time, it was a similar occasion, and I had a brownie, and I was kind of put it up next to the fan for like 5 minutes. And it worked, but like, not really, it was probably just in my head. So, yeah, that's... Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably shouldn't have shared that, because that makes me sound really stupid, but... What's new? Anyways, hope you guys had the worst day ever, and hope you don't come back.